Happy Thursday, mathematicians. So today's lesson is lesson number 14, and you will need your problem set for the end. And it's actually the last problem set in the pack I sent home a few weeks ago. So it might be all by itself. And it says lesson 14, problem set, and I think the first page is 187. We're also going to be doing a fluency template today, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but that should also be the end of your fluency template packet that I sent a few weeks ago. You got a new one this week, so make sure you're using your old one for lesson 14 template. It's page 192, and then there's also this page you'll need, this page, and an all dot page, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the lesson. You'll need a writing tool, some paper or a whiteboard, and let's get started on our math. So the other yesterday's lesson, we kind of worked on the idea of when our items are all lined up, neat and organized, and one way to call that is an array. That's when they're all organized neatly. So I made a few different array pictures, and all I want you to do is look at the array, figure out the number, and then write that number down. So right away you need your paper and your writing tool. So our first array is some red ducks. So look at this array, count it. I'll scooch it closer to you if you want. Count how many items, how many ducks you see, and then just write the number down. And there's different ways you can look at arrays because they're kind of organized sometimes by counting groups. So maybe you see rows of 5, you want to start there. If not, maybe you want to just count it. So what I would do is 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So write down the number 19. Our first array was for 19. Great. Now we have some hexagons. So let's look at the hexagons. A different type of array, right? This one is not in rows with 5. It only has 4 in a row, so it's organized a little bit differently. So how would you figure out this array? So you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. You could do 3, 6, 9, 12 is another way. 4, 8, 12. There's all different. This is great practice for skip counting, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So practice writing the number 12. And I just have one more array for us. It's stars. And it is in, yet again, another array pattern. This one is in rows of what across? 3. And then how many rows up and down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a quick way to know this is 3 times 5. So if anybody knows what 3 times 5 is, they will know the answer to this array very quickly. If you're not sure, we need to count it, right? So let's count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That was skip counting by 3s, which is hard and new. So if that was too difficult for you, just count by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's one more way you could have counted this array that would have been a different, fast way. Instead of counting in groups of 3 like I did first, you could count in groups of 5. Because remember, this row is 5, this row is 5, this row is 5. They're just towers. So you could go 5, 10, 15. So practice writing a 15. Okay, awesome job, you guys. So arrays are a fun way of counting, and it has our information organized really neatly for us. Okay, next. Now I just want to remind you that when we use our say 10 counting, remember the say 10 counting is just the one in all of our teen numbers. So this applies for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All of our teen numbers, the one, what does the one represent? What does it refer to? Yeah, so the one refers to 10 ones. Like when we make a bundle of 10 ones, that's what that one represents. Today is the 150th day of school. We took 10 individual straws, bundled it together to make one group of 10 ones. So we did that today. So remember, the one in the teen numbers, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, refers to 10 ones. The 0 is being hidden by other teen numbers when they're building up. So 10, 9, 19. So we're saying it the say 10 way and the regular way. 10, 4, 14. Awesome. Keep up with me. 10, 5, 15. 10, 6, 16. 10, 1, 11. 10, 7, 17. I hope you're saying it. 10, 2, a little bit louder, 12. 10, 3, 13. 10, 8, 18. So that was actually, we just did all of our teen numbers. So that was great practice counting the say 10 way and traditional regular way of counting. Awesome job, guys. Okay, so we are actually already up to our fluency template. So we're gonna start with this fluency template, and guess what it has on it? Just like we started our math class today with, it has a selection of arrays. So there's just 4 teen counting arrays. So the paper is nice and close for you to see. So the first one is some kittens. So it says count. I want you to do this with me. So if you don't have your template, lesson 14 template, page 192, go grab it really quick. Pause this and then come back. Count the objects in each group and write the number. So just like we did with the stars, the hexagons, and the ducks, we're gonna do the same thing on the fluency template, a second practice. So how would you count these kittens? Go ahead and start counting them. I'll give you a couple seconds, and then I will do it with you. Okay, finish it up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we know they're in rows of 5 and there's 3 rows. So again, this is 5 times 3. So a fast way to do it, we could count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. We all are very strong at counting by 5, so that one shouldn't be a problem at all for us. Now the scissors are a little bit trickier. They're kind of a little bit crooked, a little bit slanted. But if you look, they're in towers, right? So how many is in this first tower? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the second tower matches that, right? It's equal. So we know there's 2 towers of 5, and then these 2 over here by themselves, the ones. So we could do 5, 10, 11, 12. You could even circle this because you know that's a group of 10. So you see 10 and 2, like the say 10 way of counting. 10, 2 equals 12. Great. Now we have some bananas. So the first row is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second row, you can tell it has 1 more. So 4 and 1 more is 5. So we have a row of 4, 5, and 5. So there's a couple different ways you could approach this, right? Of course, you could count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or, like the scissors, we could circle the two groups of 10. The two groups of 5 to make 10. So now we have 10, 4. The say 10 way of counting. 10, 4 is 14. 14 bananas. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and then the last one is some ice cream cones. So you have different ways that we've talked about how you could count this. You could count by ones. You could count by groups. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can make this a group of 10. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 5 is what? 15. You could count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So guess what? The kitten array and the ice cream array both equal 15. The value is the same, but they look a little bit different, right? They are organized different, but they still have the same amount. Okay, awesome, guys. So you're done with that template. And now we have one other template that I want to show you. So the second template is actually something you can do after this class along with your homework, or you could save it for a later day. But what I want you to do is you can cut out these numbers. So cut out the 10. We haven't practiced our cutting skills in a long time, so it would be a good idea for you guys to practice your cutting. I thought I grabbed some scissors. Let me grab some scissors. I'll be right back. So go ahead and cut these out. And then cut out the next page, 19, 20, and the dots. And then cut out the last page. So there's 20 little cards that you can cut out. Now, we've done this sort of thing in math class before, where you take the cards and you need to match them. You could even play a little memory game with this, right? It won't both have a 12, but they'll both have the value of 12. So you're going to look for the number 12 that I'm cutting out right now. And then you look for the dot card that also has the value of 12. So if you wanted to play a memory game or a matching game, that's how you would play it. So I just cut out the number 12. And then in the game, what I want to look for, after I cut them all out, of course, it would be much easier to cut them all out, is the domino style card that has 12. 10, 2. So these are a match, right? This is how we write it as a number, and this is a different way to display 12. Both show 12. They're just in different ways. We've talked about this before. A lot of times you can represent the value of numbers in different ways. So this would be a match. So you would keep going, cut out the whole set, find someone to play with you, or you could play by yourself and just practice matching them. So right now I'm cutting out 20. And then after that, I'm going to look for the 20 domino card. And how do I know which one's the 20 domino card? So here's 20. A 20 domino card is going to have 2 10s, right? It's going to have 2 groups of 10 ones. And then that would be a match. So after this class, or if you want to do it now and you can just pause the video, I would go ahead and cut out the last 3 pages of your template, your Fluency template, and then find somebody to help you match them on your own. You could play a memory game where you have to turn it over and try to find the 2 that match. Any different way. This is just a great way to practice identifying, especially the domino cards, quickly, that this represents 20, that represents 12. And then just a reminder that the values can be represented in different ways. Okay, so that is the second Fluency template for you guys. Okay, we are moving right along. Next is our word problem. So I'm gonna draw it out. Get your writing tool, get your paper, get your whiteboard marker. Eva baked 12 cookies. So I'm gonna draw her cookies in a very specific way. So I want you to make sure you pay attention to how I represent her cookies in my drawing, in my illustration. She's gonna do it in an array, just like we worked on now twice. This will be the third array we've done today. She's gonna do a cookie, 2 rows of cookies with 6 cookies in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. I'll put it on this side. I'm running out of room over there. So I made 6 chocolate chip cookies, but she made 12 cookies. So I need to make my second row match my first row in this array. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's Eva's baked chocolate chip cookies. She made 12 cookies and she put them in an array like this. Now, I'm going to circle my group of 10. Then it'll be very easy to identify. She had 10 cookies and 2 cookies. The say 10 way, 10, 2. Let's make a number bond for this. So the whole amount of cookies she had is 12. Now I just created the parts in this illustration. What are the parts? The parts are 10, 2. Like the say 10 way of counting. 10, 2, 12. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Awesome. Okay, we're getting to our main point of class today. I'm going to erase Eva's cookies. And you need a circle or a plate. I normally do this activity with a plate. However, since we're not sitting on the floor, I thought I would just cut out a circle. It might be easier for you guys to see. So, I have a circle shape. Now, counting things in a circle shape is always the trickiest because there's not a very clear start and a very clear end. And we talked about how sometimes you need to make a little mark, check it off as you go. So, I'm just going to pick a teen number, a random teen number. How about 17? So, I'm going to use these dots to go around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still need 7 more, right? 10, 7 is 17. Now I'm going to do red because that's easy for me to do 2 different ways to represent it. So I'm at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is actually another way to organize numbers is in circle format, right? We were just working mainly on rows and columns and towers. But now we have represented a number, a teen number, with the number 17. So what if I took that circle out? Still looks like a pretty good circle, right? Because I went right around it. Now if you did the same activity at home, but using one color or one identifying mark, what you could do now is make your circle around your group of 10. So you, just like I did with Eva's cookies, I circled 10 of her cookies and then I could see what was left over. I'm going to circle my 10 to see what's left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's my group of 10 dots. This is what's left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our total is 17 dots I put around the plate. And then our parts are 10, and 7. Awesome. Let's try it one more time with a different teen number. So let me move our dots over. Erase this one. Put my circle back in place. And then let's do this one for 13. So this time I won't use the dots because I'll draw it like how you guys should be doing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, let's move the circle out of the way. So that's okay that I didn't finish the circle. I only had 13 dots. It wasn't enough to complete the circle. So now I want to circle my group of 10 and see how many I have after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you are keeping up with me, you should have a group of 10 and 3 ones left over. What's that make? 13. 13 is the whole, and the parts are 10 and 3. 10 and 3 make 13. Okay, guys, let's get to our problem set. So our problem set today, does this look familiar? Yes, we were just doing this. So this should be pretty simple for us to do now. So the first page, page 187, whisper count. Let's bring the board closer for you guys to really be able to follow along. It says whisper count how many objects there are, and then write the number. So very similar to what we just did on the board, and also similar to the fluency template, just now they're in a circle shape instead of in rows or columns. So I'll do the hearts with you. Whisper count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to make this like that. Also, if you noticed, I put a little dot in each heart that I counted. That way I didn't accidentally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, and keep going, 11, 12, 13, 14, and keep going in the circle over again. That's what's tricky about circles. So I have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 4, yes, correct, 14. So do the same thing with the suns. Remember to mark where you start counting. So that way you don't accidentally count around and around and around and around, and write the teen number in the box. Count the moons, write the number in the box. Count the lightning, write the number in the box. And it's really a great idea to circle your group of 10 suns first, 10 moons first, 10 lightning bolts first. Okay. The next page, page 188, whisper count and draw in more shapes to match the number. So what number is this? 13. That means we should have 13 circles. Let's see if we have 13 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See how I finished that off? It was 10 and 3. Do the same thing here. Finish filling in this circle so you have 20 triangles. Now write your own teen number in the box and draw a picture to match your number. So let's see, we have 13, 20, we had 14. Let's do 11, because I'm going to just do a quick demonstration. But you can do any number you want. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And draw a picture to match your number. So let's do, I'm going to do some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I made a circle of 11. And if I want, now I'm going to draw my ring around the 10. Whoops. Around the 10, and then I have 1 left out because 10, 1 is 11. Awesome, guys. Next, we have our exit ticket. Same thing as the first pages. Count the stars and write the number in the box. So how many stars are there? Write it in the box. Whisper, count, and draw more dots to match the number. So you want to have 15 dots. Count these. See how many more you need to add. This is more practice of the same thing. Counting how many diamonds, how many circles, making more dots to make 19. And the last thing, the only thing that had changed up a little bit is count the dots, and then they want the 10 frame to match the dots. So let's count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here is a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 10, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 8, 10, 8. Those match now, and 10, 8 is 18. Okay, guys, keep working on all of your worksheet pages. If you have time, make your little Fluency template cards, and you could do a little matching game with someone in your family. And I will see you tomorrow.